Welcome to Centennial Livestock Station, Goat Unit. I am Erica O'Geese, Acting Agricultural Officer 1, and here with me today is Ryan Hasrana. In today's video, I will be discussing what is body condition scoring. I will also demonstrate how to determine body condition score for a goat. An animal's body condition score is an indication of how much fat and protein is available to the animal for maintenance, reproduction, and production. Body condition scoring is a visual and physical assessment of the fat and muscle cover on the vertebrae of the animal. It is an important management tool to assess the nutritional status of the animal. It can also be used to optimize the feeding program, reproduction, production, and welfare of the animal. In goats, body condition scoring ranges from 1 to 5, with a 0.5 increment depending on the body condition of the animal. Healthy goats have a body condition score between 2.5 to 4. Animals that have a body condition score of 1, 1.5 or 2 is a clear indicator that there is a management or health problem that needs to be rectified immediately. Goats that have a body condition score of 4.5 and 5 is an indicator that there is excess fat cover on the animal that should be addressed because it can present a health issue.
The 4 checkpoint areas for body condition scoring are 1. The spinous processes, which is located in the center of the goat's back, between the last rib and the front of its hip bone. It is a vertical protrusion on the vertebrae. 2. The tips of the transverse processes. These are 2 horizontal protrusions on the vertebrae. 3. The rib cage, which contains the ribs and intercostals between rib spaces. And 4. The sternum breastbone area. To determine the body condition of a goat, use the hand to feel the spinous process, which is the vertical protrusion of the vertebrae. Feel the fat covering the process. Try to grasp the process between the thumb and forefinger. Feel along the length of the vertebrae to determine if it's jagged or smooth. The transverse process is the horizontal protrusion of the vertebrae. Use your whole hand to feel muscle and fat cover. Feel for the edges of the bone and try to fit your fingers underneath the transverse process. The ribs are located in the area behind the front leg. Use the fingertips to gauge the amount of fat covering the rib cage. On the sternum, the breastbone area, feel for sternal fat. You can determine the size of the fat pad by grasping between the thumb and forefinger. For body condition scoring, both visual and physical assessment should be done. An animal with a body condition score of 1, the animal will appear thin and weak. The backbone will be highly visible, the flank would be hollow, and the ribs and intercostals clearly visible. On the animal, the spinous process would feel rough. There will be very little muscle and no fat between skin and bone. The fat on the sternum will be easily felt and the fingers will be able to penetrate the intercostals easily. Animals with a body condition score of 2, the backbone will be moderately visible. The backbone would have a continuous ridge and the flank would appear hollow. The intercostal spaces would appear smooth and some ribs will be seen on the animal. The spinous process would feel prominent. 1/3 of the transverse process would be visible. The fat on the sternum would feel wider and thicker. With a body condition score of 3, the backbone would not appear prominent and the ribs barely visible. On the animal, the spinous process cannot be easily grasped. There would be a smooth slope from the spinous to transverse process. There will be an even layer of fat covering the ribs and intercostals. For a body condition score of 4, from visual assessment, the backbone and ribs would not be visible. the side of the animal will appear sleek in appearance. On the animal, there will be a thick layer of muscle and fat on the spinous process, so it will feel flat. There will be a rounded transition from the spinous to transverse process. The transverse process would not be visible, and the fat on the sternum would be difficult to grasp. An animal with a body condition score of 5, the backbone is covered in fat. The ribs would not be visible. On the animal, demarcation of the spinous or transverse process would not be felt. Fat would cover the sternum, joining fat covering the ribs.
Thank you for viewing. For further information, you can contact us at Centennial Livestock Station, located in El Capitan. You can also reach us